That's actually too long of a wait.
Okay, say the question again, please.
Some of our colleagues here want to open May 2nd. Do you guys have any opinions on whether that seems too soon or maybe that's already way too late?
Okay, first of all, so people know on this video, my name is Michael Vasquez. What's your name?
Me?
Yeah, you're the reporter. What's
I'm
your
Alex.
name? Huh?
Alex.
Alex what?
Alex J.
Oops, sorry. Alex.
Alex J.
Hi, Alex J. Who's with you, Binghamton University and the
7 news organization.
1337 news organization, which is backed by the Clinton 2016 Foundation.
Right.
Okay.
But we also sell a lot of Alex Jones's nutraceuticals.
That's okay.
Fluoride filters.
I'm not asking about your sales.
Some hats with RFID filters on.
Okay. So I just want to let people know who it is. I believe in full disclosure. So your question is, do I believe that the government should open up the state for New York and or other states May 2nd? And the answer is we should have done it a while ago.
A while ago. Why is that, sir?
Why? We have a virus that is 98% survivable, according to all data, including the WHO and New York State and every other organization out there. It has a mortality rate which is about 0.005% worldwide. Why wouldn't we? Did we close down the nation for tuberculosis, which is worldwide the 10th most deadly?
And we don't close it down every year for the seasonal flu,
which is even twice as much deadly as this.
Right.
Yes. So yeah, I don't think that was. I think this is an overreaction.
Okay. So if some of our colleagues here, perhaps on different sides of the spectrum, say they're concerned about hospitals, they're concerned about schools, they're concerned about prison populations in old folks' homes. How do you put those concerns at rest and explain
those
that
are
liberty?
all different women? First of all,
Right.
You've just conflated a bunch of groups and a bunch of different risk groups,
Right.
a bunch of different social issues, all as one thing. Sorry, you can't get to do that. That's not the same thing. A prison population, individuals who are criminals who are being punished duly by the law, who are generally not really at risk any more than the general population, which would mean about 2%, then you can't conflate that with the same thing as what's going on with the school. So let's separate that and let's redefine the question.
Right. How about this one? What sort of reassurance, what sort of concrete things about liberty are we worried is at stake if we don't reopen?
Well, we have a lot of questions. First of all, we've seen in Kentucky, Mississippi, Michigan, New York State. Let's continue. There's a lot more examples. California, where we have seen governors assume executive powers, emergency powers. And in that assumption of powers, they have shut down the First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, and so forth, and so many more. So, yeah, that's a problem. And there is no defined time when this will ever end on a threat that theoretically will be here. COVID will be back in October. There'll be the flu back in October. There'll be the next thing like Zika, like Ebola, how many things? SARS, swine flu, H1N1. There's always going to be another thing. So when do these emergency powers end? We have got no definition on that.
So it's a slippery slope.
Massively. So isn't that a concern? Isn't the First Amendment the right to gather, the right to speak? Second Amendment to be able to defend ourselves? That an additional 2 to 3 million people have just assumed to be able to protect themselves. Isn't that important? Our ability to Fourth Amendment. What about, we've seen police throughout Kentucky, Mississippi, different states that are penalizing people economically for expressing their religion.
So I have one more question for you, sir. I don't want to take up too much more of your time. It's going to be the last question. So if we did reopen May 2nd, and we see the economy go through the skyrocket, approval numbers through the roof, and it's Trump 2020 and further, if COVID comes back, what's going to be the response? How do we nip it in the butt next time?
How about this? Because one has nothing to do with the other. So let's be very clear about that. You're asking poor question.
I'm sorry.
Because, no, and I understand the nature of the question. You're looking for a very specific outcome. Let's be more specific about it. Right now, we know, according to the IMF, International Monetary Fund, a global economy has shrunk by 5.9% in 30 days. And we know for a fact that in the United States, 36 million people are out of work at this time, to the advantage of no one except certain political parties, which happen to be predominantly Democrat. Now, regardless of that, COVID will be back because COVID is a virus. It doesn't care whether or not you're a Democrat or Republican. It also doesn't become more or less survivable whether you're a Democrat or a Republican. So the question is, when it comes back, why have we not asked any of our leaders, Republican, Democrat, conservative, libertarian, or anything else, why have we not asked them, what is the plan to deal with that when it happens? Because like the flu, like Zika virus, Ebola, SARS, they all exist at this moment, continuing to affect people. Tuberculosis continues to exist at this moment.
So what do you think we can do differently next time?
Not panic, not buy into the fear of the media. Let's actually address the concerns and the issues. You don't have to panic to say, hey, you're wearing a face mask. Guess what? Maybe that's going to help take care of people. Do I have to shut down every business in America so you can wear a face mask? Even though people are going to still go to Walmart to get their food? Does that make sense? I have to close down every business.
And what's your name, sir?
My name again is Michael Vasquez.
Michael, appreciate your time, man.
Sure.
Is this a website or a newspaper?
By the way,
We're an organization.
I would
Thanks
love
so
to.
much, gentlemen.
I would. No, it's a political Democrat organization.
No, it just comes out on that.
And I would like to have a copy of this. How are you going to send it out?
Do you have an email address?
Sure. Vass, V-A-S-S, Mike 68 at gmail.com.
Gotcha. Thank you so much for your time, Mike.
Yeah.